Hey everybody, I'm Eric Brooks with Alpine Electronics, and today I want to talk to you about our Alpine Status Amplifiers. Over the course of the last several months, you may have heard us talk about our Alpine Status speakers, our Alpine Status head unit, our Alpine Status DSP amplifier. Well, now we're going to go and take an inside look at these Alpine Status amps. So let's check it out. So let's talk about the three amplifiers that are available in the Alpine Status line and why they are so special. So first off, we have our 4-channel amp. So this is the HDA F60, right? It's 100 watts by 4 at 4 ohm, and it's 150 watts by 4 at 2 ohm. Okay, then we go from there to our 5-channel amplifier. So we have our HDA V90, okay, which is 75 watts by 4 and 300 watts by 1 at 4 ohm, and 100 watts by 4 and 500 watts by 1 at 2 ohm, right? Then we go to our mono amplifier. So this is our HDA M80, our 800 watt mono amp. All right, so those are the amplifiers within the line of Status. Now let's talk about some of the features and why they are so special. So let's start off with the connectors. So these speaker and power connectors are very easy to use. They make installation very simple. So you can go ahead and connect your speaker and your power and ground remote to your connectors. And then if you're putting these things under a seat or in an amp rack, it's easy to go ahead and mount them and then just plug them in. Instead of dealing with all the connections directly on the amp, you can do them separately and then mount the amp and plug them in. So that's an advantage of Alpine Status amps. The other thing about Alpine Status amps is the look, fit, and finish. So these are very nice cosmetic, but they also serve a purpose. So inside here is a copper-plated chassis, okay? So we really can't see it when you take the cover off, but it is a copper-plated chassis. And another thing about these amplifiers is the fact that they have a black painted circuit board. And the reason for that is to eliminate light reflection within the circuit boards themselves. So it eliminates any type of reflection and possible interference of the audio path because of that light. So that's another thing about these. So a lot of cool things. These have very, very high signal to noise ratio, which means you hear more of the music and less of the amplifier creating it. They also have very, very low total harmonic distortion. So they're very low in distortion, these amplifiers. The other thing that's great about these is their high resolution playback. So these things play back at a bandwidth from 10 hertz on the low end up to over 40,000 hertz on the high end, right? So this is greater than the human ear can hear, but to do that high-res certification, to be able to play those high-resolution passages, we need that available in these amplifiers. So those are just a few things about them. I went ahead and took the cover off of our 5-channel. I want to show you the controls that are available on here. So there are 4 Allen screws here. The Allen keys come in the box. You take those off, and then you can access all of the controls within the amplifier. So we have, selection of what type of inputs we're going to use, whether it's going to be, you want to use the same channel of input per each RCA input, or if you want to divide them out and use them separately. We have high pass crossover capabilities on the 4 channels within it, the 4x75 or 4x100 at 4 ohm. And then we have on the sub-channel, we have subsonic filter, we have a low pass filter, we have a bass EQ, and then we have our gain adjustment. So again, and then you can decide if you want your input selection, if you want the sub to get it an independent input, or it wants to share an input from one of the other channels. So all of those things make for a very flexible installation and a very clean and easy installation too. So that is really it. It's very simple with these amplifiers. We have 3 models, so no matter what type of system you want to design, you can do that using the Alpine Status amps with our 4-channel, with our 5-channel, and with our mono. And really, it's going to give you a great sound in your vehicle, especially when you use one of our other Status products. So like our Status speaker system, or our Status high-resolution media controller, our head unit, or our Status DSP amplifier. So I hope that we've been able to share some of this stuff with you, and you've learned a little bit about these Alpine Status amplifiers. We'll talk to you again soon.